Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's social media family doing out there today? Today I'm going to say, or just tell a little bit about when I finally did leave my husband slash abuser. I hate that we have to say it like that, but it is what it is. At the time, I was 2 months pregnant, and I was living in Virginia, and I had went out with my husband that night because he actually forced me to go out to a bar. I didn't want to go. I was 3 months pregnant. I was tired, and I just wanted to stay home and sleep. But I went, and then he forced me to have a drink that I didn't want to have because I was pregnant. So I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to abstain for my pregnancy. But I did because, pressure and abuse will make you do things you normally wouldn't do. So I thought I was having a good time. I really didn't want to be there, but I started to socialize a little bit with someone that he knew, someone who was playing in a band. That's why he wanted me to go that night. And when we got home, I got accused of flirting with this guy, if you can believe that now. Unbelievable. So he wanted to pick a fight. I didn't want to fight. So I had laid down on my back and I had my hand over my eyes. The next thing I know, I felt this pain in my foot. He had taken a fork and he had ripped it through the skin in the top of my foot. And I still have a scar there today. Maybe I'll show it to you another time. It's very white right now. But I sat up in disbelief and I was like, what is wrong with you? I'm pregnant. And he starts accusing me of flirting with this guy, which didn't even happen. I was not even thinking about, I was totally in love with this asshole. Like, for what, I don't know now when I look back. He had good things in him, but, he just didn't want to get better. So I freaked out. I threw myself against the wall. I started crying and screaming and shaking, and I just collapsed. And I said, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I'm pregnant with your child. I told you if you did this to me, that was it. And I said, I'm going to call an ambulance. And I was walking to go to the payphone. He said, well, can we walk to the hospital? Well, the hospital's like 7 blocks away. I said, no. So I ended up calling the police. They took me to the hospital. At that point, I had them, I didn't want to see him. I told him what happened. I told him I wanted to be transferred to a women's abuse shelter, and I left him. And I stayed gone all the way until the end of my pregnancy. And of course, you start to feel kind of sappy. You're getting ready to have your baby. He's the father, blah, 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 cry me a freaking river. But anyway, I started trying to talk with him, and he started to see me in Pennsylvania, came from Virginia, and because he'd been stalking me, but I'd ignored him up until that point. When I had the baby, came to the hospital, and it just wasn't ever going to work out. He wanted me to prostitute and have my son, and I just wasn't going to do that for him anymore. I wasn't going to jeopardize my child, the last child that I was able to have. The last child that I now was raising was really enjoying it. I was not going to let him to come in and take over. So what he did was, at the time, I had turned myself in for a DUI I'd had years ago. So when I came back to the state of Pennsylvania, I wouldn't have anything hanging over my head. And I was on probation for this. He calls my probation officer and tells my probation officer, now my son's like not even 2 years old, tells him I'm smoking pot and I'm selling crack out of my house. Well, he was smoking pot, but selling crack I was not doing. So my probation officer gives me a urine test. It's been 7 months. I've never had a urine test. Now I get a urine test and I'm hot. So I explain to him what's going on. He gives me another chance. Same day, Children of Youth shows up at my door. They had a complaint that I'm selling crack. So I let them in, checked my house. I had food on the stove. The house was immaculate. They closed the case. I'm just saying that when abusers can't have what they want, they will do whatever they can. Whatever they can. Regardless, they will hurt you in the most deep, the most painful way they can. They will use the children. And that's definitely a narcissistic, psychopathic personality. And that is why I'm still single today, because I just seem to have losers stuck on my forehead, and I will never, ever, ever give myself to someone again who's going to take advantage, use me, abuse me, and treat me like I'm a piece of shit. And to lose everything in my life, my youth, my vitality, my strength, my creativity, my gifts, everything that I could have used, I threw it away. So whoever's out there today, if you are in love with an abuser, I will tell you this: Get out now. It doesn't change. I was in it for 15, off and on for 15 years. And the person actually had to die for me to be set free. I kid you not. My husband died in 2014. 4/4/14. 444. Check it out. That's a spiritual awakening thing. That really blew my mind that he died the day before my birthday, the fourth day, the fourth month, the 14th day, and the 14th year. That's crazy, right? Anywho, that's all I got for today. I'm not going to stay. I just got the shower, got a few things to do. But I'm not really getting a lot of views, so I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know, when people start really coming regular, maybe I'll get a little more in depth. And anyway, that's all I got to share today. Just keep your chin up. If you're in a situation, there are ways to get out. Comment below. I'll help you if you need the help. I'm a researcher. I can find help for you anywhere. All right. Have a blessed day, y'all. Love ya.